Oh my God. Those games are crazy. I don't even know how this match is going to... I have no idea how this match is going to end. Ganzi versus Kwanro, Terran versus Zerk. This is Game 3. I am Nick Tasteless Plotting. I am very excited to see how this game is going to turn out. The final map is going to be Othello. A very good map, like all the maps are in this event. And, gosh, okay, so recapping that last game. Ganzi went for the double hidden barracks in an attempt to mass up an abnormal amount of medic marine and surprise Kwanro, who would probably have less sucker colonies. Then his entrance would be broken, and he would just rush in there and win the game. However, Kwanro found the Zerglings, found the barracks just in time. I mean, had those Zerglings gotten there maybe like 20 seconds later, that game might have ended differently. But Kwanro, and one thing too, Kwanro wasn't really playing that well that game. I mean, he actually rushed the wrong spot. Probably thought he saw something, or pulled his drone out too fast when he was scouting. You know, these pro gamers are trained to, when you scout, to move the drone at the absolute first possible second. Start going to the next location. And because of that, sometimes you end up with players who pull the drone out to go to the next spot before they've actually gotten vision of the starting location, or stuff like that, or before they've gotten to a spot where they should be able to detect where their opponent is, and that's what happened. So hopefully he can play better this game. He's going to need it. Terran versus Zerg, Ganzi versus Kwanro. Let's get ready for some exciting games. Alright, finally we do not have two players starting at the top of the map. Cross spots. Kwanro scouting to the left with his Overlord. Meanwhile, well, we're going to have to see what Ganzi does. Ganzi really playing unorthodox this game. Now, that could mean a couple things. It may mean that he feels that he can smart Kwanro before Kwanro enters the phase where he can really exhibit his aggressive style, which we really haven't gotten to see yet. Ganzi really taking control of the game with these types of build orders. It may also mean that Ganzi does not feel comfortable enough playing against a player like Kwanro, late game Terran versus Zerg. It may mean all those. And here, all right, we see the supply depot here. That is to make the SCVs mine in a straighter line. And I suppose that's what that spawning pool does too. Although the drone does seem to bump into it when it goes for the minerals. Barracks on the way. Okay, now it looks like Kwanro's going to... Oh, he's going to do the same build again, the extractor trick. Let's hope he does not mess up scouting like he did last time. Because to be honest, the only thing that really went right for him that game was when he spotted the hidden barracks. Barrackses. Oh! I'm wondering, just judging from, it could be incorrect, but just judging from the way that Kwanro just acted really surprised all of a sudden, he may have accidentally made drones instead of Zerglings or something of the sort. And here's the hatchery now. We'll see. No, he made Zerglings. Okay. That happens sometimes to Zerg players, is they accidentally make the wrong unit set out of a whole bunch of larvae at once. And it's not like the other races where you can cancel. And and just make the correct unit. You have to wait for the larva to come out again. Now Ganzi's going to need to keep this SCV alive. Kwanro's going to need to kill it. Here come the Zerglings now. 2 Marines, 4 SCVs. And he is going to go... Oh! Nice micro. That was sexy. It's like that SCV just wind walked through that through the Marines and SCVs. We see that Kwanro's getting the extractor. Also fast command center for Ganzi. And the fast extractor means that we probably will see some aggressive play here by Kwanro rather than getting the 3rd hatchery, which is a bit more economic. Here comes the layer now. Now, I assume we're going to see Mutalisks. That would make the most sense. Which may be very strong against fast expanding. Alright, here we see the layers on the way still. Not much else to say. I'm really wondering when exactly Ganzi's going to get... Oh, you are adorable. What was I talking about? Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm really curious about when Ganzi's going to get that engineering bay. Now, it doesn't look like Ganzi is interested in showing that he got a fast command center right away. He's going to make a few more SCVs out of it before he moves it. He may be trying to... I think he's trying to bait these Zerglings over here. Kwanro, going to have Mutalisks very soon. Where is his engineering bay, though? Where is our Terran player's engineering bay? And we still have not seen that command center move out there just yet. He's going to continue to pump a few more SCVs out of there while he gets a small group of medic marine. Now, again, I don't see an engineering bay yet, and I believe Mutalisks are now... oh, no, not just yet. He still has some time. Although, if you notice, one of the main reasons why our Terran player may not have moved onto the low ground is because there are so many speed Zerglings moving around the map. And, well, it's a pretty common rush strike. What you do is you get a lot of Zerglings, and when the Terran moves onto low ground, you just bum rush the front, and the Terran don't have medics yet. Now, he has medics yet, but I think he's a little bit intimidated because of his aggressive style. Kwanro's a very aggressive style. Now the turrets are on the way. Playing very defensively. Now he will have a lot of SCVs to transfer. Here comes the mutas now. And speaking of mutas, there's just mosquito that's pissing me off. It keeps flying around my face. Ugh. Alright, I think I killed him. I irradiated him. Alright, here comes the here come the mutas now. Now it looks as though he may be untouchable at this moment. Ganzi is, at least. And Kwanro, again, a very aggressive player. Using that muta micro, he hits the hold position button when he gets near them, so they stop right away and drop those glaives that bounce. And looks like he's going to try to go into the back. And is this micro going to be enough? That attack wasn't too terribly effective. I'm actually a little surprised, though, that he has not actually moved out yet and taken that expansion. Although, you know, I could be wrong. It's really difficult to say how you're supposed to play against a player who's as aggressive as Kwanro. And he only has one in gas. He's still messing up a lot of units. All right, here he comes now. He's going to try to move out onto the low ground. And you can see Kwanro really ready for him to come out. Now going to go back in here, pick off a few SCVs. Looks like he got about 2 there. Now Kwanro is taking this opportunity to expand, and he's going to get lurkers. Now if Terran doesn't take the low ground by the time lurkers are out, this could be GG. And it looks like he knows that. He's going to move out now. Whoa, I was drinking water when that happened. He did manage to take out a lot of those units. And man, those Mutalisks really took a lot of damage. You can see the shadow is not quite as dark as it was before, meaning he's lost maybe 1 or 2. And he may actually be the turn, maybe moving out now. Oh! Kwanro's Mutamicro, not the best in the world. At least not right now. Now he's getting closer and closer here. Now Kwanro, I don't know how many sunks he has. I believe he has 3 sunken colonies. We have not seen SCVs transfer here, probably because the Mutalisks are still on the map. Now he's going to try to force him to stim as much as possible, so that his Medic Marine will not have, or at least his medics will not have a lot of energy by the time they get to their destination. I'm still surprised he hasn't actually transferred SCVs, though. It's clear that he knows where his opponent's Mutalisks are. He may be a little bit nervous or a little bit intimidated. One of the two. And the lurkers are out now, so he won't be able to deal any damage over there. Although I will admit, Ganzi has a large amount of Medic Marine here. I mean, very sizable amount. And now Ganzi's moving up to what looks like the top right. 2 lurkers, though, at the ramp. I don't believe he'll be able to get up there. He'll need like a vessel with maybe defensive matrix to defensive matrix one of the Marines and run past. Here come lurkers now. Now, at this moment, it's going to be up to Ganzi to start pushing probably in about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, once he gets the vessel out. And it's going to be up to Kwanro to control the map, do counterattacks, and flank a lot. Looks like, I don't believe Ganzi's actually going to attack that. I mean, if you are really good at Medic Marine Micro, you can actually out-control a group of lurkers like that by dodging the spines, but it's also very risky. He may have to lift that barracks. I think the tank will have to go the long way. Now, it looks like Kwanro's Mutalisks have been whittled down to 2. He's going to be going for Zergling's Lurkers right now. Getting that Queen's Nest out here, he's going to try to get that hive. And when he gets that hive, he will get Defilers. Defilers probably have the most powerful spell in the game against Terran, the Dark Swarm, just ridiculously strong. All Terran can do is try to irradiate the Defiler. Ganzi's going to expand again. Kwanro has a lot of lurkers. And you can see that Ganzi has him somewhat contained. And He's just trying to delay those lurkers from actually getting to the expansion. Kwanro cannot really make lurkers out of that top right expansion. He has to keep making drones because, of course, he is somewhat contained right now. And looks like he might try to pick off one lurker. No! He's losing way too many medic marine here. Oh my gosh. Ganzi has to be very careful. These are Kwanro's lurkers, after all. He's going to go for a drop in the back. Meanwhile, putting some pressure onto the front, using this group of medic marine at the bottom to delay the reinforcements of lurkers. And moving out here now, the lurkers are free, though, at the bottom right there, zipping up towards the tank and medic marine. And he's trying to get this dropship unloaded, splitting the medic marine. Owning the lurker. What are you lurkers doing? Wow, that is a painful death. I'm surprised he's not target firing the hatchery. Instead, he's going for that extractor. All right, he's stimming now. He'll get one, maybe two. No, not quite. He does not. Well, he does not have as much control over that expansion as he did before. I'm talking about how much Ganzi had control over his opponent, Kwanro's expansion. Now Kwanro closing in. He cannot afford to lose these units. And Zerg making a perfect surround here. Oh, wow. Although, actually, you know what? The Terran lasted longer than I thought he would in that battle. If he only used his scan, he could really delay that even further. There are more medic marine, though, still inside this main. He's moving forward. Looks like on the mini-map, Kwanro gonna go for a counterattack. Can he get the hatchery, though? Can Ganzi get this hatchery? And will this counterattack work? And we do see some science vessels out here. He's gonna have to move those SCVs. And oh, that was close. Now he looks like he has managed to hold up that attack. I don't know. Did he get the hatchery yet? Oh, it's gone. He's getting a radiate. If he doesn't already have a radiate, then he's upgrading the energy. Oh, nice! Tank shot back there. Kwanro's getting pushed back. He cannot afford to lose lurkers. Two defilers are out. Oh, man. It's okay, Marines. You served your purpose. Here's the push continuing to go forward. Looks like he's going to go for the main base. Two defilers out. He needs to irradiate those. And Kwanro needs to get a dark swarm up. There are two right now, getting all of the tanks. Oh, my God! This is bad news for the Terran. Terran now getting rapidly pushed back. He did get some irradiates off on those defilers. And this lone group of Marines, oh my God, he did manage to save those SCVs and the vessels. Some back and forth action here. I'm surprised that Kwanro has not managed to save that expansion yet. We also see Nidus Canals coming out here. He's probably going to transfer some drones to those expansions, also use them defensively. And looks like the lurkers are slowly penetrating the expansion. Meanwhile, Ganzi does not seem to care. Instead, he's losing vessels instead. You cannot afford to lose vessels in a moment like that. Ganzi has lifted the command center. The defiler are getting closer and closer. Vultures are out now. He's going to use mines. Firebats will manage to take out this lurker. Wow, you can see Kwanro, typical for his playing style, has very little drones, focusing mostly on units. Oh my gosh! Ganzi is falling apart. He is not able to control large amounts of medic marine, one of the very difficult things to do in StarCraft. He is good with fire bats, though. He does have mines. And looks like he will get this expansion over here. But will that be enough? He does take out the Nidus, the Sunken Colony, the hatchery, and drones are next. Looks like he's moving over to the top middle, too, with that command center. He could re-expand there again pretty soon. Wow, Ganzi must have a lot of minerals. He's making a lot of command centers. Well, at least an extra command center now. Kwanro not in very good shape right now. And another vessel is taken out. He cannot afford to keep losing these vessels. And the lurkers have been taken out. I think this medic might be out of energy. The Defilers still dominating most of the map this game. Terran certainly is moving around the map a whole lot, but everywhere that Terran seems to go, Defilers seem to stop them, except, of course, for that bottom left expansion. The second starport is on the way. Well, actually, excuse me, it's up. So more vessels are on the way. And he really needs to not lose that vessel. And he's going to raid. Oh, nice! Eraser! That was just brilliant play by Ganzi. My God, now he's going to break the entrance, I believe. Taking out these drones. Kwanro needs to counter. And a Dark Swarm over here. And Ganzi needs to irradiate that. He must not have enough energy or something. And the expansion has been taken out. Ganzi is back in this game. He's winning this, even though the Defilers are gone. Well, I mean, excuse me, the expansion's gone. The Defilers are the ones doing the damage. The vessels are the ones that are being taken out mostly. He just needs to save this expansion. He needs to hold out this Zerg attack, and he will most likely win this game. Wow. Lots of SCVs. And Ganzi is expanding again. Ganzi, excuse me, there's no W in there. He's going to try to save this expansion. Here come the fire bats. I'm not sure if the fire bats will be able to take out the lurkers. Oh, a few more come in here. Whoa. I like my lurkers, well done. And Kwanro, by the way, does not look very happy. You can see he's stressed out. He's annoyed with what's going on in this game. Oh! Sending SCVs to the hatchery. That is funny. He has so many SCVs and is so far ahead right now, he's just going to use a bunch of workers to go kill this hatchery at the bottom. Somewhat humiliating for Kwanro. Oh my gosh. And he's going to try to get the Nidus Canal before it finishes. And it looks like he will. Oh, SCV ownage. Oh, I have never seen SCVs own so hardcore. Oh. Well, they didn't own that hardcore, but, you know, they served their purpose. Now it's going to be up to Ganzi to move down here and put the killing blow on Kwanro. Kwanro, I don't think he's going to be able to deal with all of the expansions. Even though the science vessel control of Ganzi has been lacking, or at least limited, it doesn't matter, because there's no way that with the amount of resources Kwanro has, and you can see he doesn't have that many drones, he's going to be able to muster up enough of an army to take out all these expansions.
오히려 어떻게 보면은 흐름상에서 자신이 유리했다고 볼 수가 있는 상황이었거든요. 이거는 그 액션이가 졌다는 맥점을 끝내는 극복하지 못했다는 건데 아쉬울 수밖에 없죠.
Zerg's going to try to expand again. Oh, more Lings getting taken out. Kwanro cannot afford to lose a single unit right now. We may see a slow drop or maybe just 2 overlords over there. Heading that way. Oh, sneaky Ganzi. Going on a covert ops mission into his opponent's base. And he's going to go for the main now. He's going to get the Defiler Mound. He should be attacking the Defiler Mound. Oh my god, Kwanro has been eliminated. That is huge. Ganzi once again advancing. He's taken out much. He's taken out Kwanro. Who is this guy? Wow. I am losing my voice. This is amazing. Kwanro has been eliminated in what I would say is an upset, even though I knew Ganzi was good. I didn't know he was that good. Man. Okay, so to recap that, Ganzi wins 2-1. I'm actually glancing over in his booth. You can just see how relieved he is. And I bet all the Ganzi fans out there are relieved as well. Talk about entertaining games, though, really. Kwanro has now been knocked out. We do not have a loser's bracket in this tournament. We are unforgiving. And unfortunately, so is Ganzi when it comes to Kwanro. He did not let Kwanro capitalize on Ganzi's mistakes. Even though Ganzi was losing vessels very fast, I mean really, really fast, he was really, really losing a lot of vessels. It just didn't matter because Ganzi was expanding so fast and using these, well, he did have some good map control despite the fact that he was getting chased around a lot. It was kind of a Tom and Jerry cat and mouse kind of game. Where for a little bit it did look like Ganzi was the mouse. And Kwanro was the cat, but eventually there were just too many locations that Ganzi had taken control of, and Kwanro was just unable to take them all out. And eventually, I mean, he was so far ahead that we actually saw about a dozen SCVs take out the hatchery constructing at the bottom. I mean, that was pretty cool. Very, very entertaining games. Kwanro, probably the most aggressive Zerg out there. I mean, people say he's more aggressive than Yellow, just attacking. It did not turn out to be that way. The game was just, the games are just not like that. Not quite what we would have expected. Instead, it was mostly Ganzi using these complicated openers, and most of the time winning or losing with him. Winning once, losing the other time, and then the second time really playing defensively. Oh man, you can see Kwanro very upset that he just lost that game. Very frustrated. Wow, okay, so we're going to be going into the second half of the tournament. Stork versus Zergbong next. And, that should be pretty entertaining as well. Stork is definitely the favorite. Stork ranked 3rd in Kespa this month. Zergbong, not ranked in Kespa, but still a very good player, good enough to be seeded in this tournament. Zergbong, one of these older players. Stork, he's actually an old player too, but he is really dominating right now. Thank you again to our sponsors at Averatec-Intel for making this possible. And thank you for watching. Spread the word, tell all your friends. We have been doing very well with these StarCraft tournaments. Expect more in the future. We're in the final 32 here of this one. And from there, well, I think we have one more week after this one of the final 32. And then we go to the final 16, which will take 2 weeks. And then we go, well, you can do the math. We just keep going and going. And I think we're going to close this out in just a little bit. Again, the map lineup going to be Colosseum, Andromeda, Othello, Stork versus Zergbong, 2 players who have been seeded in the tournament. Until then, enjoy those Korean commercials. Oh, by the way, I know some people wanted me to make fun of the Korean commercials. You guys know I would gladly own up some commercials for you, but unfortunately, I can't. I do have to take this break, nor do we have access to the commercials for me to make fun of them. But either way, I would have to use my restroom break. Sorry, guys. Oh, man, we're still not done. Okay. After that match, we're going to have Berserker, also known as Iris, versus Stats. So, Protoss versus Zerg and a Terran versus Protoss coming up next. Should be some very entertaining games. Stay tuned.